Victor Hugo was a French writer and politician, most well known for penning Les Miserables and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Born in 1802 in Besançon, the son of Napoleonic General Joseph Leopold Sigisbert Hugo and Sophie Trebuchet, in 1815, after his parents' separation, Hugo was taken from his mother and placed in the Pension Cordier private boarding school in Paris, while also attending the Lycée Louis le Grand. In 1822, he married his childhood friend, Adèle Faucher. The two remained married until her death in 1868. He was elected to the Académie Française in 1841 and to the National Assembly in 1848. As a politician, he continued his long-standing campaign against the death penalty, originating in his fiction. After Napoleon III came to power, Hugo left for Belgium, then Jersey, and, after being expelled from Jersey for criticizing Queen Victoria, he and his family moved to Guernsey. He only returned to France in 1870, after the fall of Napoleon III. His work in the field of authors' rights resulted in the Berne Convention for the Protection of Literary and Artistic Works. In 1878 he suffered a stroke and died of pneumonia in 1885. Today's subject, Hans of Iceland, was Victor Hugo's first novel. Published anonymously in 1823, both of his introductions show he considered it the work of a very young man and was reluctant to give it any praise. The story takes place in Drontheim, Norway, in 1699. We visit Munkholm Fortress, a prison which has held a certain John Schumacher for several decades. Former Chief Chancellor of the two kingdoms of Denmark and Norway, General Inspector of Universities, and Lord of Griffenfeld, he had been imprisoned due to the machinations of those whom he himself helped to their current positions. His daughter Ethel had actually lived with him and spent most of her life in prison, and she is one of the reasons that a certain young man, named Ordener, visits Schumacher, as well as the friendship developing between the two men. Ordener has been trying for years to find proof of Schumacher's innocence, in small part due to the burgeoning romance between him and Ethel. What Schumacher does not know is that Ordener is the son of Guldenløve, the Viceroy of Norway and Schumacher's greatest enemy. But Ordener's intentions to liberate the old man are complicated by Captain Dispolzen, who was to deliver certain documents exonerating him, getting killed along the way by the enigmatic madman Hans of Iceland, who delights in killing people and drinking their blood. The reason for why Hans killed him is simple, revealed when Hans visits the Spladgest, where dead bodies are put on display, so that Hans can cut off his own son's head and skin it. It even makes a kind of twisted sense. A member of the Munkholm Brigade indirectly caused the death of Hans's only son, so Hans intends to kill every single one of them. Ordener goes looking for Dispolzen and meets Spjagudri, caretaker of the Spladgest, who, among other adventures, takes him to supper with a local hangman and aids him in scaling an old tower of ill repute just to see the wonderful sight of Munkholm prison. Of course, Ordener's stupidity ruins his plan, as at one point Spjagudri warns him he's sitting right next to Hans, but Ordener ignores him and almost pays with his head. Ordener somehow survives and joins a miners' rebellion in Schumacher's name, but Hans finds out about it and he tips off the army just to ensure they all get slaughtered for his amusement. Ordener pretends to be the head of the rebellion and is set to die unless he agrees to marry the daughter of one of his judges, and it is Ethel who is sent to deliver this message. But the ways of narrative are many, and a corpse washed up on the shore may be Ordener's last chance, as he and Ethel prepare to be married by the priest sent to console him before his death. The story is very grim at times, and Hans is a very entertaining nutcase, though it is not often discussed when talking about Hugo's work, which is a shame.